Okay, so everybody should be on the new spelling list for the week. Usually, if you recall, we get these words on, we can turn the body around and turn to the next page, please. Everybody should be on this page. Now, usually, we get these words on Wednesdays, but because we had Monday off, I moved it to today. That's also why we had the spelling test yesterday instead of on Tuesday, okay? So let's try not to be too mean. Okay, but this is our new list, and I do want to go over it really quickly. We are working on something a little different now, but we've done these before. We've done a lot of these types of words before. Go ahead. These are un and re prefixes, okay? When I add an un to the beginning of a word, what does it do to the word? Talon?
That's unfixable, which means that it can't be fixed.
So yeah, if you said unfixable, that would mean it can't be fixed, right? So if I said something like unclear, like the first word, go ahead and go, Jack. That would mean it's not clear, right? So un makes things not the other thing, right? So if you have a base word, Aiden, go ahead and put your hat down, please, and focus. If you have a base word, in this case, it's clear, and I put an un in front of it, it would make it unclear, which would mean what? What does unclear mean, Cheva? Not clear. That's right, not clear. We would say that's not clear. What about, so two questions. Next word here is unlucky. What's the base word for unlucky? What's the base word, Wilkins? Yes. What's the base word for unlucky? It's lucky. So if I said unlucky, what does it mean then, Heston? Two questions.
Did you say unlucky or lucky?
Unlucky. What does unlucky mean?
You're not lucky.
Not lucky.
And second question is, that's my cat who just gave birth.
Whose name is Lucky or Unlucky?
Lucky.
Oh, okay, that's better than unlucky. Good. Okay, guys, what about unfold? What's the base word for unfold? Ian.
Fold, also I used to have, well, my grandma used to have a dog named Lucky, but he died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Lucky is a pretty common name for animals, right? It's kind of a nice one. Everybody wants to be lucky. Guys, but what about, okay, so fold in this one is the base word, but what does unfold mean? Unfold. What happens when you unfold something, Sellers?
Two things.
No,
when you
one
unfold,
thing. Yes.
You it's like when you have a clothes that's folded, you unfold it. And do we have to write these down?
Well, if they help you, yes. Well, what you actually could do right now, and I think this would be the best decision, is to rewrite the words next to them. Because the more you guys spell these out and write them out in your own hands, with your own hands, the more likely you are to spell them correctly on the test. And you've got a whole week to study. Almost a whole week to study. So yes, that would mean to, now I could say not fold or not, or to, also remove the folding, right? Not fold or not folded. What's the base word for unfair, Brewer? Fair. So if something is unfair, then what does it mean, Talon?
Not fair.
Not fair. That's right.
And on cat, just had 5 babies, but 1 died. So
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yay.
Unsure. What's the base word for unsure, guys? Base word for unsure. Anybody who hasn't answered recently? Anybody? Unsure. Eva?
Unsure. Not sure.
Sure. And it's, what is it?
Not sure.
Not sure. Andrew, what's the base word for unbuckled? What's the base word? That's the prefix. Buckle?
Yeah.
And then you said it's not buckled?
Yeah.
Or to undo buckling, right? It's like if you're wearing a belt and you unbuckle it, you're undoing it, right? Yeah, go ahead. You could do that, right? Or unbuckling a seatbelt. That type of thing. Okay, what about the word unreal? What's the base word for unreal? What's the base word, guys, for unreal?
Real.
And what does unreal mean?
Not real.
Not real. What about re? Now we're on to re. Re.
Reese's Pieces.
No, not Reese's Pieces. Those belong to me.
Reese's Footman.
No, that's also me. That's why Reese's Pieces belong to me. Re as a prefix. What does it mean when I put re in front of something? What does it mean? What does it do? Ariana? Eston said something over here. He used it, and he also used it as a definition. You said do it again?
Yeah.
That's right. Redo, do it again? Yes. So in this case, guys, what's the prefix, what's the base word in reuse?
Use.
And what does it mean?
To use something. To read something.
Use what?
Again.
Use again. Use again. Reuse is the word. You can't use it to define the word. You have to use something else to define the word, right? As soon as seller's back. Use again. Okay, what's the base word for recheck?
Check.
And what does recheck mean?
Check it again. Check it again.
Check again. You're right. What about reheat? What's the base word?
Heat.
What does it mean?
Heat it again.
Heat again. That's right. If you might toss some food in a microwave or something, right?
Build.
What about rebuild? What's the base word?
Build again.
Build. And then what's the meaning?
Build again.
Yeah, wait till I ask. Hold on, wait till I ask, okay? This one. Rewrite is?
Right.
And what does it mean?
Rewrite.
Right again. What about redirect?
Direct again.
And what does it mean?
I don't know. Direct again.
Direct again. Now, this word, are you familiar with this word? Redirect?
No.
So sometimes when we're in class and we start getting a little distracted and you'll hear me say something like, oh, we're getting in the weeds, which of course is a figure of speech. And then I say, okay, guys, bring it back around and redirect it. Trying to redirect your attention. Nick, please put your book away. Right? Redirecting your attention. You might also see, Heston, please don't call out. Put your hand up. You might also see people redirecting traffic, right, Heston?
That's the thing you use on stage.
On a stage, there are directors, yes, and they direct people, and that's true. You can use it that way. Tell.
Or it's redirect one to be sure.
And then you have to redirect your aim, right? Yeah, absolutely.
That happens to me, and I tell my sister.
Well, that's not. You better be careful. You better be careful. But yeah, absolutely, redirect. Aiden, I'm going to redirect you not to scratch open the wound on your hand. Focus on the paper in front of you. Yes, Schmidt.
One time, my mom takes frogs, and I took the frog and I put that in my hand and built on.
Okay, guys, I'm going to redirect now. What about reappear? What's our base word?
Appear.
And what does it mean?
Appear out of nowhere.
No, appear again.
Appear.
Appear again. Because this could mean, I saw a fox last night, and then it disappeared. Disappeared, meaning now I don't know where it is. But then it reappeared the next morning. It came back. I saw it again. What about rearrange?
Arrange.
Arrange. That's right. So it means what?
Arrange again. Arrange again.
Arrange.
Arrange in my head.
Again. Not a range as in a shooting range.
No, like this.
Arrange as in, I'm going to arrange Andrew's desk.
What about the mean range?
Mean range?
What would you say morning for?
Range.
Range.
That sounds like rage.
Oh.
Rage. Not range. Okay. Recalculate.
Calculate.
And what does it mean?
Recalculate.
Remember, you can't use the re in the definition. Calculate what?
Calculator.
Calculate again. Now, do you know what recalculate means?
Yes.
What does it mean, Heston?
Check the words again.
Could mean to redo a math problem, right? Recalculate it Ooh, that number doesn't look right. Recalculate it. Right?
Finish.
Now, some of you guys might also be, I don't know if anybody has them. They kind of came out before you guys were born. As soon as Ian comes back, yes, go ahead. There's a on the Wii, the Nintendo Wii, there used to be one of those exercise games, and it would say recalculating every time that it had to redo something like your weight on the board or something like that. Okay, if these hands are up for something that has anything to do with anything other than this, then I want them down.
A scale?
Question. It is kind of like a scale. It was kind of like a scale. Because when you stood on it, you could play games that had to do with your weight.
Oh, wow.
Some of you guys may not have ever seen one of these, but. Unfinished. What's the base word? Finish is the base word, right? Because there's actually a prefix and a suffix here.
Don't finish.
And what does it mean?
Finish again. Finish.
No, it's not refinish.
Not to finish again.
No, that's
Not
refinish.
Not
Not finished.
Oh.
Not finished. We're not in re now. Not finished. So these are your spelling words. You are going to study these because you're going to write another story in a couple days. Okay? And speaking of the stories, I did also put some new things in there for the roll and write. Okay, so now we do have 2 worksheets. I know some of you have started them already. These really shouldn't take too long, but I do want to run through the instructions really quickly before you work on them individually, because some of you are not reading directions entirely. So I want to make sure that you are. Remember, a prefix is a letter or a group of letters that's added to the beginning of a word. That's pre. Pre means before, right? Jed, please put your legs under your table and turn your body toward the front. The prefix un means not, or the opposite of, and that would be unhappy. Something like unhappy, unhappy. Prefix is un, and the base word is happy, right? So you guys, we just went over that. You got that. Now, in the directions, it says underline the word with the prefix in each sentence. Write the base word on the line provided. So there are 2 steps to these sentences down here. 2 steps. And if I come around and I see you haven't done 2, I'll make you do it again. So those of you who think you're done, you might want to double check. 2 steps, right? We were unsure as to where to stand. What was the first thing it asked us to do now? What was the first thing, Ellie? That's right. So in this sentence, what should I underline? Do I want just the prefix or the whole word? It says underline the word with the prefix, right? Whole word. You're right, and it's unsure, right? So then it says to write the base word. So what do I write here for unsure? What's the base word, Jack? That's it. And that's what you're doing for all of these. Okay? Then there's the second page. And again, it says the prefix is a letter or group of letters added to the beginning of the word. You know that. You know your definition. And the prefix re means to do again. So regain equals regain. Prefix is re and the base word is gain. Okay. Again, same direction. Underline the word with the prefix. Write the base word on the line. Okay? 2 steps again, right? So on this one, what word am I underlining in the first sentence here? What's the word that I'm underlining in the first sentence here, Aiden? This is why I need you to have your hand down and paying attention. We're on the second sheet now. What word should I be underlining?
Review.
That's right. And what is the base word that I should be writing in here? View. You got it. Exactly. Okay, so I don't think these are going to take you guys that long. You only have a couple steps for each of them. Let's go ahead and go over it probably right when we get back from recess. So we'll work until recess, and then we'll go over it after recess. Okay? Do you have any questions on these? Pretty clear? Questions, Allie? Good. Good. They should be. They should be. But now what I really want, though, is because we're doing this in part for you guys to remember what the prefixes are, but also because I want you to work in some of your spelling words, and we're going to be writing, again, another 3-paragraph story, okay? Go ahead and go. Schmidt, question.
I had that game you were talking about. It was really fun.
Good. Andrew. Good, I'm glad to hear that. Tell him. Good. With both pages?
One.
Okay, good. Do the second one. Sellers. You as well? Okay, yeah, right after Thomas. Okay, so everybody's got this out in front of them right now, right? This page right here. I want everybody to review it, okay? Got it? The prefix worksheet? Good. Aiden, question?
Can we get tissue and throw this
Yes,
away?
please do. Nice and sharpened? Yep, right after Coach Schmidt. Okay. So we already did part of this one. I'm just going to review it really quickly. Way too far. We're just going to review it. Review is one of those rewords, right? We're going to review it really quickly. What word do I need to underline in the second sentence, Brewer? And everybody, what's the base word? And remember, I also expect to see correct spelling because the words are right here, okay? And what is the word I need to underline for number 3? That's right. And everybody, what's the base word? What is the word that I need to underline in number 4, Jack? That's right. And what's the base word, everybody? What is the word that I need to underline in number 5, Andrew?
Unbuckled.
Sellers, ask Andrew. Andrew? And yes, you can fill it with water. What is the base word? Okay, it's plug. Plug, because remember what I said? It's got a suffix too. It's got a prefix and a suffix. So in that case, yes, I'll accept if you put plug, but I would like to see plug listed as well. Yes, go ahead. Now, question. How do I spell plug? Who wants to tell me how you spell it? Sellers.
P-L-U-G.
Just one G. That's right. Because remember, plug is one of those words that when you add the ed suffix, you have to double the consonant, right? Tava. Yep, what's that one? And our base word is? That's right. Now, what about number 7, Allie?
Unlock.
Unlock. And what's our base word? That's right. Okay, now what about number 8? Number 8, what's the word, Schmidt?
Underline, unrest.
And what's the base word?
Rest.
Yes, you may. Number 9, what's the word? So I need to underline here. Briggs, you need to sharpen, but what's the word we need to underline? That's right. Now, what is our base word here, Heston? Is it defeated or defeat? Because ed is a suffix, right? Makes it past tense. So I'll accept defeated, but what I'm looking for is that you guys pull out the word without any prefixes or suffixes. Defeat. Now, somebody did mention the word feet to me. Now, and not the word that, it's not these feet. It's this type of feet. So this is a homophone. There's feet, like the feet that are on your body. And then there's feet, spelled like that, F-E-A-T. That feat means I saw a magician who performed great feats. Or I went to the Olympics and I saw some athletes who could perform amazing feats of strength. So what it means is kind of something kind of impressive, right? Something impressive that somebody can do. Yes.
Missing one.
Missing one. What am I missing?
Feet, like feet missing.
That's the same thing as this feet. Spelled the same way.
Wait, it's not feet.
No, but it comes from that, though. Because at one point in time, this is where, I don't know if you guys have ever heard the term, when people used to measure by thumbs, the king's thumb, that used to be something that people, our measurements, like feet, literally come from feet. Because at some point, that's how we would measure things. We might even do it now, too. I might even say, well, this room is approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have you ever seen anybody do that?
Yeah.
Start counting with their feet? They're not exact. My feet aren't exactly 12 inches in length, which is an exact foot now. But, yeah, that's the same thing. So that is, it's different usage, but it's spelled the same way. This feet is different. Now, adding deaf feet in front of it actually also negates what is the opposite of this word. Deaf feet. So instead of performing a feat, something amazing or impressive, deaf feat means, you lost. Right? Defeat is losing. Make sense? What about this one, guys? What's the word that I need to underline here, Sellers?
Unfinished.
Unfinished. And what is our base word?
Finish.
Now, I am going to say finish. Because, again, the ED makes it past tense and it's a suffix, right? But I will accept defeated and finished, but I'd like you guys to write down defeat and finish as well. So you can start pulling out the words without the prefixes or the suffixes. Sellers.
Do you know the whip is the first man-made item to break the sound barrier?
The what is?
A whip.
A whip. Okay, let's move on. Now we're in the re-prefixes. The re-prefixes. Jack, what's the first one here? You had review already. So on the second one? What's our second one? Retell.
Can I go with?
Yes, go ahead. Guys, what is the base word for retell? Good. And Ian, what's the word that I need to underline for number 3?
Repeat.
That's right. And yes, guys, I know there are 2 reviews on here. What's our base word for review?
You.
That's right. Okay, number 4, Allie. What word do I need to underline?
Reuse.
That's right. Now, what's the base word for reuse?
Use.
Now, in this case, again, we also had a prefix and a suffix. Now, some of you pointed out to me that there was a hyphen in that word, that little dash. That happens because there are certain words where we add a prefix where traditionally or originally when we started doing that in our language, we would put it on with a little prefix to show that, with a little hyphen to show that we were using a prefix. Now, you'll notice in our spelling words that I use reuse without it, and that's okay. Okay? Now, our school always tells the students to recycle. What's the word there? Go ahead. What's the word there? Briggs, go ahead. Tava. So underline recycle, and our base word you said was cycle? That's right. Now, we also tend to use recycle now as we might not even recognize that it has a prefix, right? Because we think about it as a specific thing. Or your recycling thing, but it really does mean to recycle, to cycle again, to use it again, right? Think about a cycle. And you see those little symbols that mean recycle? They look like arrows, right? So.
Well, like a lot of people, they recycle their cans.
That's right. That's right. And they have anything that you can do with recycle has these little arrows on it, like this. And if you look at it, it looks like a cycle, right? Going around, recycle. Exactly. That's exactly right. Okay, now this one. What is the word on number 6 that I need to underline? What do I need to underline on number 6, Brewer? And everybody, what is the base word? And again, I'm going to do work because it has the ed suffix and the re prefix, right? And the ed makes it past tense. That means it does have a base word. Go ahead. It does have a different base word. Work. Now, this one was an interesting one. What's the word that I need to underline there, Andrew?
Right.
What's the one I need to underline? Rewritten, and then you said the base word was what?
Right.
That's right. And this one, technically, the base word is right. Now, you could write written, but written is also a version of the word write, right? Different right? Right? Because write and write are also homophones.
Actually, way too much.
That's right. Write and write are homophones. But written is when something is already done, right? You've already written it. It's a past tense version, right? Go ahead and throw it away. Go ahead and throw away. Yeah. Andrew. Why do I hear tapping? This one means, say it again, means what? Like going right. Or you're right, which also means correct, right? But yeah, turning right, or your right hand. That's right. That's correct. Yes, go ahead. Yes, please do. Please do. So.
You do the recycling thing wrong.
Okay. Guys, number 8. What's the word that I need to underline in number 8, Sellers? Regain. Guys, what is the base word? Gain. That's right. And in number 9, again, it's another one of those words that's got a hyphen in it, but it's the same thing. What do I need to underline there, Aiden?
Run.
I need to underline rerun, right? Rerun. So what's the base word? I think you just said it. Run. You guys know what a rerun is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a rerun of a TV show. We call them reruns. They're running again, right? Now, last one here. What's the last one here? Ariana, what do I need to underline? And everybody, what's the base word?
Visit.
That's right. It means to visit again. And a lot of these, you can see what they were talking about based on the context clues in the sentences, right? I know, guys, they're on the roof.
Why?
So it's a little crazy out there. Probably fixing things, and we also think that the wasps are coming from the coolers again. So, all right. So that is our ELA for the day. Our and on prefixes. Some of those on the worksheet were the same as we have on our spelling list, and some are not. Okay, but they all have the same. They all have the same prefixes. Okay. Go ahead, Briggs. Andrew, question. Is that what you want to do? So, let me see. What time do we have right here? It's almost 11. Or silent ball. Well, I was thinking Kahoot only because of our ability to do some ELA with it.
Only if it's something I'm good at.
So, well, it's up to you if you're good at it. Okay, so,
I don't care.
class.
Yes. Anyone is fun.
Class.
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and do a little bit of ELA Kahoot. Because the Kahoot we did yesterday was math, and it was technically a spelling test day, so we do need to do a little more practice with our ELA. And then we will, work on our reading. So we can try to finish up that book, because I've got some ideas for new books that we might do in groups.